Thanksgiving, everybody. Welcome to a special overstuffed edition of Main Street Connect's FCIAC Football Fast Five. Gotta go with the Thanksgiving puns, right? I'm Eric Jenner. With me once again is former Stanford High School head football coach and professional football scout for JL Sports, Kevin Jones. Kevin, happy holidays.
Happy Thanksgiving. No more puns.
Alright, let's get right to it. Since this is our Thanksgiving edition, our first three questions will all be our Main Street Connect Game of the Week, starting with the FCIAC Championship, Greenwich at Staples. We talked about it last week, but let's go over it one more time. What is going to be the deciding factor in this game?
Well, we talked about it last week. I think the Staples has the advantage on offense. Greenwich has an advantage on defense. They're pretty even on special teams. Coaching is a push. What it may come down to is, how has Staples overcome some of these injuries? Is Zelkowitz back in the backfield? That could be a big factor. They're playing at home. But the fact that Greenwich has to play to get into the playoffs, and if they lose, they're out. Now, that could be a big motivating factor for the Cardinals.
All right, game of the week number 2. New Canaan Darien doesn't get any better than this. The Turkey Bowl. You've been on the sidelines for these games. Who will win and where will this one rank in Great Turkey Bowls?
Well, listen, I've been on the sidelines for these games. I've been in that pancake breakfast early in the morning when the captains from 40 years ago come and they start to cry about how emotional this game is and how important it is. And hey, listen, I like New Canaan. I've been on the New Canaan bandwagon all season. I like Matt Milano. I think he's a great quarterback. He's playing in this game. I think he's going to be too much for a young Darien defense. And a lot of people think this is going to be a tight game. I think New Canaan is going to pull away in the end. It won't be nearly as close as people think. New Canaan is going to wind up going to the playoffs this year.
All right, game of the week number 3, one we didn't think would have playoff implications at this point in the season, Norwalk and McMahon. Who's going to win this one? And if Norwalk wins, how far can they go in Class LL?
Well, I think Norwalk's going to win. And, I was on, I was trying to ride with McMahon for a long time this season, but there comes a point when you got to look at the record, and you are what your record says you are, and they're a 3-win team. Norwalk, has put it together all season long. They've answered the data. They played New Canaan very tough in their one loss. So I like Norwalk in this game, and I think they're going to make the playoffs. And even if they win, they may slide to the 8th spot. It's going to be tight for them. But I hope they get in because I think they deserve to be in the playoff. They're good enough to win some games. The problem is that they slide to the 8th seed, they're going to play Xavier. And if they have to go up to Xavier and play there, their season's going to end probably around the second quarter of that game because Xavier is not going to get beat this year.
All right, question 4, changing gears a little bit. What's your favorite memory from Thanksgiving Day games as a coach?
My first year at Stanford High, whenever you're a new coach that comes in and takes over, you have a bunch of guys that want to do it the old way and only a few guys that want to do it the new way. And so by the end of the season, we were playing a lot of the younger guys and a lot of our seniors were on the bench. And I said to the guys, I want to put all 11 seniors in every position on offense to start this game. And we're going to go on a drive, and we're going to go for it on 4th down. We're not going to punt. As long as you guys can stay on the field, you guys are going to stay. And we had our punter was playing wide receiver. We had our all-state tailback, fullback blocking for our backup tailback. And we went on a drive down the field, and Steve Capitelli lofted this beautiful fade pass to Terrence Joyce, our punter. That's all he had done for us was punt, who caught it in stride in the middle of the end zone in the corner. And to me, that was one of the great. If you saw the celebration, you would have thought that we just won the Super Bowl. We were about 3 minutes into the game.
All right, and question 5, looking ahead, will an FCIAC team win a state championship this year?
Well, I said before, do you want me to answer this with my head or my heart? Because my heart says that a team like Staples can go upset Xavier, and New Canaan, they beat Darien, will make a run and meet up again with Massac. But my head says no. Casey Cochran and Massac, when I watched him, he's simply the best pure passer in the state. Might be in state history. I know his stats may not say that, but if you look at him, the throws he can make, he's a big time quarterback, and he's not going to lose in these games. It's going to be too hard for someone to beat that. And Xavier, if you've seen them, they could probably play with a lot of college teams. They are huge. It would take a tremendous upset for any of the FCIAC teams to win and beat a team like Xavier. They are loaded. So, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have a shot at a state title this year, but never say never because we're a pretty good conference.
Well, that's going to wrap up the FCIAC season, but come back next week. We're going to preview the state playoffs. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm Eric Gendron.